Hello YouTube, we're going to be looking at a Talon versus Jayce. As per requested, people wanted to see, people have a lot of trouble in, the range versus melee matchups. You know, you just get poked out a lot or whatever. You know, and just generally lose the lane. So, let's see, this guy is a Grandmaster's. He's Grandmaster's Talon one trick, or so it looked like. So we want to look at what he does, like how he actually plays the lane, and how he wins the lane, more importantly. So he doesn't actually scale anything. I see a lot of players, they'll scale something right away and then just go walk into a bush and then get caught out. You know, and then it's like, oh, I wish I had my escape ability, right? So he's not actually scaling anything yet. Right, just in case there's some sort of invade, he gets caught out at level 1, you might need that E to hop over the wall, right? Because you don't want to be using your flash, for obvious reasons. So it's super good that he's not scaling anything. Whose ward was that? What the He's trolling. His build is so weird. Like, the cloth armor, I think 5 is really not the best start. But he didn't even do that, he went control word, that's so weird. Maybe he's playing with the Rek'Sai here, and he's the Rek'Sai asked him to get a control word, but, I don't know, he probably has a good reason for it, I just have no idea what it is. Usually when these players do something really weird. Now he starts W because there's the invade, he needs the AoE, he needs the slow. Alright, so burns the flash, that's a really good start for him. So he can just ask this Rek'Sai to just come on top lane. Actually goes for the ops in for the recall. He's gonna miss a few CS, but Jayce has to recall as well. And they're gonna come back to lane about the same time anyways, so it's fine. I actually think a corrupting pot star would have been good here. He gets a little bit more sustain for the lane. Alright. So he goes in, just helps with the leash. He's not helping too long. I see a lot of people, they'll sit there and they'll give it 6 auto attacks. It's you're losing level 2 here. You know, you lose everything in the lane. So just last hitting with W now. It's hard to go up, right? Because then that happens, he takes an auto attack. It's okay to go up for there because the Jayce just used an auto attack. And again, he just used an auto attack, so he's safe to go up. I think it's mostly wanted level 2. Alright. Yeah, exactly what I thought would happen is Rek'Sai would just rotate top lane because this guy has no flash. He's probably gonna look to just... Oh, never mind. He might want to stay now. Okay, Rek'Sai is kind of forcing it. So he's opting to push this in. I think he wants to get his back off. Yeah, he's low on mana. He probably wants to recall right here. Yeah, there's the recall. The reason he's recalling is because if you take a look at his mana bar, right? He's super low on mana. He's maybe 100, 120. Look at that. 119 mana. He's useless, right? And he's sitting on probably 1,000 gold. Well, maybe not 1,000, but he's sitting on a good chunk. Maybe he has Dirk. All right, let's see. Does he have Dirk? Yeah, no, he doesn't actually have Dirk because he didn't start Longsword. I'm getting the price mixed up. So he's probably gonna come back to lane with double longsword control word. Pretty straightforward. Yep, double longsword control word. He's staying for something. Oh, that's actually really cute. That's so clever. I didn't know you could do that with Talon. He's staying for something. Wait, you're not staying for anything. Why did he do that? But anyways, apparently you can hop over this. I didn't know that. So you just get the lane a little bit quicker. Hops over this too. Oh, this is really interesting. He might be going for a roam mid lane. Just after that recall. Because if you look at the state of top lane, like this is gonna lock, right? This is gonna completely lock you. He's gonna get zoned out from all of these creeps. He can't like he can go top lane and just absorb the XP, or he can go and look for a roam. This also might be that if you hop over all of this terrain, you end up getting to top lane a little bit quicker. I'm not sure. I think he's just going for the roam though. Let's see. I'm not sure if you get the. He's staying for his mana. Oh, okay. Yeah, if he was too low on mana, so he's going for the roam mid lane. This is kind of weird to like. This is kind of weird to like go over this wall, because you see Elise, she just used the E over here. Right, he's not really gonna catch up to that, but maybe he will. Maybe I'm underestimating Talon. Oh, I think I am. Yeah. This is kind of troll, to be honest. Oh. Deletion comes in now. I wasn't expecting Legion to do that. He got the heal off. So that turned out to be pretty good. Like this is a little bit risky for him because he didn't know where Elise was. But then for some reason Elise is like, I'm gonna try to cocoon their mid laner instead. When he could have just cocooned the Talon and popped him. That was kind of dumb. Like it's one of those things where like your decision I think is probably not like the most optimal, and it's not gonna work all the time, but it just kind of works out because of what the Elise did. So as you can see now, he's got this giant fat wave. Like the thing on his roam timing is he didn't lose much, right? Because it was going to be locked right here, right? It's completely locked right here. If he goes to top lane, he gets zoned out. The wave is locked right there. So he uses the time to go and roam and do something better with his time, right? Put on pressure on mid lane. And he did that at level 3. He did that super early. Like, he's not even hitting 6 for this. Just goes mid lane, you know, and applies pressure. And now he's coming back top lane. He's really lucky he didn't die there. Or it's calculated. I don't know. So he's coming back to this basically 2 waves that have built up now. And it's a cannon, so he's gonna get this cannon. He might not actually get the cannon. Like, Jayce should just be hard shoving this, because Talon's not actually here yet. Like, he should know Talon is over in this vicinity. Like, Jayce should be hard shoving this. So he does eventually, but it's like, it's too late. But Talon might lose out on XP. This Rek'Sai shouldn't be hitting it. That's really annoying that Rek'Sai's hitting this. Because now look at that, Rek'Sai gets it. If Rek'Sai didn't do those 4 auto attacks and have another 200 HP, Talon would get here and be able to just barely get it with his rake. So I don't understand why this Rek'Sai takes the cannon. Like, junglers, please stop taking cannons from your laners. Like, that's actually an entire wave worth of XP and gold. Like, don't take the cannon. Unless you're like one of those junglers that take Relic Shield, which you're probably not. So let's look at the lane here. So it's gonna just start pushing into him because he has 5 creeps and the Jayce has 3. So it's gonna slow push back into the Jayce. So that's not very good for him. So he's probably gonna want to just push this out, push the next wave out, and then look for some vision, look to roam, right? Because again, like he doesn't really want to be pushed up for too long. Especially burning flash earlier. It's just gonna last at these. Like he can't really like slow push or anything. You just have to push this into the turret. Alternatively, he can wait and just last hit and build up the wave. Because I think the next one might be a cannon. Yeah, the next one's a cannon, so you can wait till that comes in and then you can hard push it once the cannon wave arrives. This way, it gives you a lot of time to just roam around, do whatever you want, and really not, like, you don't lose anything, right? Because you've killed his 2 waves, then meanwhile, he's sitting here farming two fat waves on your turret, right? He's not going to give up 2 waves just to follow you. Like, he can't do that. So he does opt for the push strategy. Which is fine here, because of this matchup, it's a little bit harder to do option number 2. Because the Jayce is just going to harass him all day, and Jayce has a ranged advantage. So inherently he has a little bit better of actually probably even wave clear. Just because this guy picked Talon. Talon does have a good wave clear. I'm just going to get this in. Notice how he's not actually escorting it. Like, what I mean by that is, like, if Jayce chooses to just, you know, sit here and let the minions hit him, like, alternatively, he could actually just sit here, go in and out of the bush to keep breaking aggro, and in an attempt to hold the lane right here, so the next minion wave comes in and then he locks it in place. But he doesn't actually do that, so I think he could have stayed here to try to escort it, make sure the Jayce doesn't try to do that. But it's big enough. I think he's confident enough that Jayce is not going to try to do that, because he's going to lose a lot of health if he tries to do that. He's definitely going to lose some HP. Like, this is a pretty big wave. So he's confident that Jayce is probably not going to do that, because it'd be pretty detrimental to him. Alright. He's probably going to put down his pink ward. We'll see what's happening mid lane. So he knows Elise is over here. He's just looking for a ward, you know, anything you can get. Like, there's nothing he could do while Jayce is farming this. Like, okay, sure, you can, like, try to rake, but it's like you're not going to be able to follow it up with the Q because you're on your tower. And then you also run the risk of getting knocked into the tower as well. He could just slow you with Q, knock you into the tower. So it's really bad. You're not really a champion that wants to do that. He's not really a diving champion. So it just goes down, puts a pink here, or puts a ward here. I think this is him. That's definitely him. So he just puts a ward here, puts a control ward here. You know, and that'll just help out the mid laner. Alright, nice. So some people might be saying like, oh, well, he's getting camped by his jungler. My jungler doesn't camp me. It's like, well, that's true. He is getting a lot of help from his jungler. Like, you don't see the chat. He might be coordinating this. He might be telling the he might have pinged that Jayce's flash earlier. He might have known it's not down, and so he tells the jungler, come top lane. He has no flash. Like, you need to communicate this stuff with your jungler. Oh, going in for that Q is a little bad. A little risky. He probably wants to push this in recall. Yeah, he's kind of okay with taking a lot of harass here, just because he does have E to get out, and he knows he's gonna recall anyways. So he just wants to get this cleared as fast as possible. And we know Elise is in the bottom hand side of the jungle, because when this fight happened, we saw her go like this. Right, we saw her go like this into her bottom side of the jungle, and we also used the plant over here, so we know blue buff is down. And I think he probably knew that like one of these two camps were also down at the time. Hey Harry, how's it going, man? So we know, like, he knows Elise is in the bottom side half of the jungle. Like, he knows she's over there somewhere. But like, it's not rocket science, right? And we have these 2 wards here as well. Like, something people don't do with wards is like you can know where the enemy jungler is by where he's not, right? We have wards here, so we know he's not here. We know he's not here. And if he was here farming his jungle camp, we probably would have seen him go like this, right? We probably would have seen him with this ward. If he does wolf camp and then like come into top lane, we'd see him with this ward, right? If he goes this way, we'd see him with this ward. That's why this is so good. Just doing some house cleaning. That's always good. Something I gotta do. I gotta clean my computer. I haven't really gotten around to it. I mean, I would, but it's like I don't like doing it. Yeah. So as you can see, he just gets away with the no big deal. Like it was kind of risky, honestly. He didn't have mana for R if things went really badly. Like this Jayce should have went Ignite, to be honest. Like you're not gonna get anything done without teleport. You need to be able to kill your laners these days. So he just goes in the bush, recalls. So he goes in the bush because I think he probably saw Jayce putting a ward down here. So he goes into the bush. Again, he's recalling because he's really low in resources. I don't know why Rek'Sai is doing this. It's just... Actually, this is pretty good. This is pretty good because this is just gets him down to lethal range for Talon. So Talon will just kill him later on. Like this is basically a pressure gank. You know, like just pressuring this Jayce a little bit. He actually did a lot of damage. Like sure he takes a lot, but he just goes back inside of his jungle, right? He's gonna recall, go into his bottom side, heal up from this, or well he's gonna just heal up from base actually. Right, he's gonna recall, he's gonna heal up, no big deal. But meanwhile, Jayce is sitting there and he's chunked to half HP with basically no mana. So now Talon can just kill him again. So he's actually going through here again. And he might be looking to kill mid lane, but I think that's probably not it. Just because she's so close to her turret, and if she's playing like he's playing Lissandra, she's just gonna R him or like R herself. She's probably gonna R herself. So he might actually be doing this, just so that like if something does happen mid lane, right? He's pretty close to mid lane. And then if nothing happens, he just goes back top lane, right? And he's pretty close to the top lane as well. So this is really, really good. Really nice pathing to, really nice pathing. And you might actually be just end up going faster to lane using this method. Oh, Jayce just got solo killed. Yeah, so he looks for mid lane because Jayce just got solo killed. This is real risky just because she has ultimate, and because she also has aftershock. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Wow, Cat actually got out. Jeez. That was pretty lucky. Yeah, so she has cleanse. I'm not sure like what constituted for him to go in there. Like as you can see, he was kind of waiting. He's kind of waiting here. This guy seems to have a really heavy like roaming playstyle. Like he'll kill top lane, and then he'll just kind of roam around, like see if he can make any plays here, which is pretty good. Like this is something you want to be doing on Talon. So like he's not going in yet. Okay, that's it. He waited for her to use an ability to make it a little bit easier. You can see she just used her Q on the wave. So it's like that was his ticket to go in. That's why he went in. He's just waiting for her to use an ability to make it easier. Right? If he didn't do this, this cat probably would have died. Cause look at how low she got. Look at that. Look at how low she got. She might have died. She might have died. Alright, so I'll see what he does after. So she uses the Q, he goes in now. I don't know why he kind of like held on to his Q there. I think he should have just went in right away. Oh, you know, he's probably wanting to get the kill. So it's gonna help. He probably should help push the next wave. Cat doesn't really have... Well, she has good wave there actually. That's fine. Alright, so he sees Elise do this. So he's looking to probably... You know, he would go over here if Elise would keep going forward. Right, if Elise chases, he'd probably go over the wall. But she doesn't end up chasing. So he's like, I'll just take your camps anyways. This is something Talon is pretty good at, just because of the AoE. Alright, so he actually opts for the Tiamat first. This kind of makes sense with this guy's playstyle. Right, he's constantly killing top lane, you know, pushing it out. You know, if the lane is like over here, he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna roam instead. Like, he's always creating opportunities to roam. Alright. What is he doing? Why would you fight that? He misplayed that so bad. Like, queuing here is kind of silly. Like, he should try to, like, at least bait out his spell. Right, see if he can, like, dodge it. Like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. I think this is a mistake. Like, he goes in, he queues. Like, his W is up, but he's not using it right away. Okay, and he missed his W. He misses his W, but he moves around, so it comes back. But, like, look at how low she gets. 75 HP. Yeah, he actually just missed his spell. That's why he lost that. Okay, so Q's. Yeah, he just straight up missed his W. That's all it is, actually. Yeah, he could have killed him. Yeah, he could have killed the Elise if he hit his W. Mechanical mistake. It's whatever. It happens. It happens even to one tricks. So notice he loses all of this top lane. Look at this fat wave he's losing. Because he's kind of overstaying, right? I think what would have been better is just kill this Lissandra. You know, then again, recall. Go back top lane. Push out your wave. But now he overstays. He ends up dying to at least giving over 600 gold. And, like, it's even more than 600. Because look at this giant wave he's losing. He's losing all this XP. He's losing all of this gold. He's losing so much just from one overstay. You really want to make sure you don't overstay when you're roaming. You know, like, unless you're getting a turret or something. Like, if you kill bottom lane, like, you're getting turret, okay, sure, you're losing some mid lane. Like, that doesn't matter, right? Because you're trading bottom lane tower. Like, and you're gonna get bottom lane tower. Like, if there's just one person on mid lane, they're not gonna get much aside from a few plates, right? But you're gonna get, like, those plates, you're gonna get that whole turret, most likely. Like, the point is, you're gonna get a lot more off of it, but it's not like he was doing that. It's not like he was hitting mid lane tower this whole time, right? He was just kind of staying for Raptor camp, which was like, I think the Raptor camp was fine, but the decision to fight the Elise was probably not great. He could have killed her, but he just ended up, you know, fubbing his skill shots. And now look at how low his farm is. Like 50 in 9 minutes is really low. It's a very low farm. You know, he has 3 kills to make up for it. So it's not the worst. You know, like, if you have trouble with this, like, matchup, like, oh, in my matchup, Jayce, you know, he like, gets me out of lane and all that. You know, but it's like, he has kill pressure, right? He has kill pressure, so Jayce is afraid to walk up. You need to have kill pressure. You need to play this aggressively. Like, sure, he's kind of lucky, right? In the beginning, he burned their Jayce's slash. And then the Rex that came, and then he killed him. Then it's, like, kind of over from there. Like, sure, that was kind of lucky. Alright, so Jayce just win Mia. And you see your Rek'Sai over here. And you're like, where the hell's mid lane, right? You're like, where the hell's mid lane? And then Jayce with Mia. Like, they're probably collapsing. They're probably collapsing on Rek'Sai. So, does he choose to help, or does he go for dirt? So, he goes for a plate. Rek'Sai actually gets out. Alright. He's probably confident in this Rek'Sai's play. Like, he's probably like, that's okay, he can just tunnel over. Right, and then tunnel over here as well. He probably knew that. Oh yeah, he gets 2 plates off that. 2 plates! That was run out. What is he doing? He's trolling. Don't troll like this guy, guys. Like, you need to just leave. I think he greets for the cannon. Yeah, he greets for the cannon. Okay, yeah. He greets for the cannon big time. He should have just eat over the wall and ran away. But, as you can see, he tried to actually turn it around. Maybe this is because he just think he was gonna die anyways. Like, he thought he was gonna die anyways. And so he just decides to do as much damage as possible before he dies. He's kind of throwing now. But he's helped out mid lane so much. You know, he's helped out mid lane so much, and the jungler, let's be honest, the jungler kind of helped himself. Alright. So you'll notice he's staying really far away. Alright, he's not really trying to contest like trades with Jayce at all. Like, Jayce still wins trades. Like, yeah, he's 1-4, but you still have to respect the matchup. Alright, yeah, so he's being really careful whenever he goes up for farm. Like, we can go back to that and slow it down. Yeah, so Jayce uses his cooldowns. He uses the gate. I think he could actually just walk up and fight this. But it goes for the cannon, that's fine. And now, like, Jayce is on cooldown, so he's okay for going for this. And also, he has a big wave. If Jayce tries to like contest, like tries to all in, you know, that'd be a really bad idea. He would just lose because you'd have this whole minion wave going on the Jayce. This is like a half of a champion. So he needs to respect that. So once again, he's probably looking for vision or looking to roam. Alright, so something's definitely happening over here. They're getting engaged on. Meanwhile, Katarina's like, I gotta get that 2 farm. It's probably fine though. I mean, actually no, she probably could have helped though. So now he's gonna go look to initiate this fight. So he goes for the Elise. This is like the guaranteed kill, right? Some people might like want to go over here, right? Want to go over here, but if you go over here, you isolate yourself from your team, and then this turns into a 3v1 for like, you know, like a few seconds. If they could just turn on him, right? Alistar's just gonna stun him, right? The Lysandre's gonna root this guy. Like he's gonna get one shot. Like he's not gonna be able to do anything. So he just goes for the Elise. This is a guaranteed kill. This is your great stuff by him. Alright, and now he kind of chases. I don't really know like why you even chase her. This is like over, basically. You probably just want to go back top lane or go mid lane and try to get some plates. I would probably I'd probably go back top. I think top is the better thing because you're losing plates up here. You're losing a lot. But he's actually shown that he's okay with losing a lot of minions if it means like putting pressure elsewhere on the map. He's also even in minions too. So he doesn't recall and then go back top lane. He does have 800 gold. But it's not like this gonna finish into anything big. Like he doesn't have enough to actually finish like Yumu's or Duskblade yet. Okay. So he's trolling. The Jayce is just too far up again. Yeah, the Jayce just tries to fight this, which is kind of a bad idea. Yeah, and then he flashes and it's like, yes, you're done, kid. So let's do this combo here. So this is a combo that Talon players like to use because it's the highest DPS combo. So he throws out his W, as you can see here, and then he throws out his R at the same time. And then he Qs, and then that gets your passive off right away. Right? You don't have to wait for the W to come back or anything like that. And also you'll notice he doesn't use R like all the way over here to get movement speed. That's not the best way to use your R. You want to use it so when the blades come out of him, it hits an enemy champion. Like hits the champion that you're looking to kill. So that's what he's doing right here. Yeah, so he autoed and he keys, this guy just gets obliterated. He probably would have died to like any old combo there just because he flashed. You know, but that was the best combo to use right there. Oh, feels bad, missed the cannon. He's probably gonna get this tower. Yeah, we're gonna take this tower. Now he's gonna look to recall because he has his dust blade. Alright, there was really no point in recalling and then going top lane there because he didn't have enough gold. He only had like 800. Alright, now he's got 2,300 from that kill, and he gets this turret. Right, he gets the kill, he gets the wave, then he gets the turret. This is how you push your advantage. He's probably going to look to group up at this point. Oh, he actually did get a control word. I kind of want to see what was happening here. While he's going in. So bottom lane is coming. So they kill Elise. So look at bottom lane. I think he could just go bottom lane. Like Lissandra, you know, it's kind of hard to really go for the Lissandra just because it's Lissandra. You know, she has so many tools to get away. You know, she's very anti-assassin. So it's pretty hard for him to just go in and kill the Lissandra. Like somebody needs to bait out the R or something. Like something needs to be down, right? So I think the easier thing to do would just be go bottom lane. You could just kill this guy. Yeah. Yeah, he could easily go bottom lane right now. I'm not sure why he's choosing to go mid lane. Like he's gonna die anyways. With this many people collapsing on him, he's gonna die. He doesn't need to be here. Like, look, he dies anyways, but he could be here. He could have killed this ADC. He doesn't need to be here at all. I don't know why he's doing this. I think this is a mistake. Especially now that he knows the Alistar's over here. Now we know for like 100% certainty this guy is alone. So then now he goes for it. Maybe that's why he didn't go down there. Is he figured the Alistar was there? You know, the Alistar would make it a little bit hard. But you'd save the tower. Like, he doesn't need to fight that, he just needs to clear the wave. I don't know. I think he probably could have went down there. You'll notice how he clears the wave too. He clears the wave very efficiently. Right? Like, he doesn't throw out the W right away because if he throws out the W here, it's only hitting this one and hitting this one. It's not going to hit all of them. So you gotta wait until it completely comes into line, right? You gotta wait for the last one, to arrive. So that's what he does here. So meanwhile he's just auto attacking. So then as soon as they come in, you know, he turns it on, auto Q, throws out the rake, does that, and this is really good as well, right? They're all really low. You walk in the middle of all of them and use your Tiamat. You know, it might seem like, you know, oh, you're like nitpicking or whatever, but you know, if you do that, like, this kind of hits them away. It's like, get out of here. If you do that like 10 times in a game, really, that does save you a lot of seconds. So they're just looking for the Alistar, despite him being really difficult to kill. Okay. Yikes. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Alistar is the one that just kind of walked in. So I think this is great. You know, but here I would have Arg right here. Just so you can catch up to the Alistar, get the kill quickly. You know, you don't really need to be holding on to your R here. You know, he ends up taking an isolated Q from Kaisa. This is kind of unlucky because the Rek'Sai decided to like go like this. You know, and then it ended up isolating him, and he took like probably 300, 400 damage from the Kaisa Q. So this is like kind of unlucky because of the Rek'Sai's awkward pathing. I think he was trying to get it. I think he was trying to give the kill over to him. Or he was trying to take it himself. Actually, he could just take it anyways, like with the Q. Like, cause he can Q from here and he can also Q from here. You know, this is kind of bad by the Rek'Sai. Sort of unlucky for him. Yeah, so he chooses to like actually ignite. I think this is like just generally a mistake holding onto your R. Like this. Like he could have held on to the R. Like he choose to just use the ignite and then use the R to get away, which I guess is fine too. Yeah, and then Kaisa just kills the Rek'Sai. That's like pretty bad, honestly. There's probably a shutdown in there somewhere. It looks like she didn't actually get a shutdown. Goes back bottom lane, farm the bottom lane. You don't want to, like, if you see farm like this, going over to nothing, you know, and like, okay, sure, they're fighting, but like, what is the enemy team gonna get off of it? Alright, like let's say they pick off, you know, they pick off somebody here, like they can't get anything off of it. Right, like mid lane tower is full HP, they can't really get anything off. You know, and even if like dude get this, like, meanwhile you got 2-3 waves down here. Right, and you're hitting this tower, you get this tower, right? You get 18 CS, plus you get this tower, right? And it's all onto you, right? It's all onto you. And meanwhile, all their gold is spread between like 5 people, right? So it's really good to just, you want to make sure you're in side lanes. You want to make sure you keep up that farm. That's something like pro players are really good at. They're really good at managing the waves mid lane, or mid game. Yeah, so you see Jayce has the same idea. He knows he's gonna do this, so somebody's going to answer him. So he did the same combo once again. He W's, he R's, and then he Q's. Like, watch this combo. Beautiful combo here. Right. Notice he doesn't throw it out right away. Right? Waits. Throws it out when Rek'Sai comes in and knocks him up. It was a little bit early, in my opinion. Like, he could have waited to throw it out right when he got the knock up on. Right, but he's confident in this Rek'Sai to knock this guy up. Right, W's, R's, Q's, easy peasy. Easy peasy. Clears this. He'll probably try to take tower. No, he's actually opting for a recall here. Maybe he thinks this is gonna finish anyways. Yeah, it is. Okay. It goes away anyways. He could have stayed. You would have got like another 50 gold if he stayed, but this is fine. Right? He gets his recall off. It's not like he needs 50 gold at this point in the game. Let's see what he buys. So he's got 1,000 gold. Alright, so he gets a pickaxe. Like, it's whatever. Like, he doesn't really need the 50 gold, right? He chooses tempo over 50 gold. Right, it's really important to have your tempo in the game. You want this game to be going as quick as possible. You don't want this game to reach like 30 minutes. Alright, so Elise is like actually running it down. I mean, his name is like really true. Season 8 D5 0 LP, you probably were. And now somehow you're in Grandmasters with a 30% win rate. It's funny how that works sometimes, hey? This is a little risky. He has no vision here, so he's gonna look to probably get out of here as soon as he can. Right, like once again, he's playing Talon, so yeah, you kind of have some leeway there. Right, he could do this. Like he's just hopping over walls, right? Like you're okay, right? You see Alistar, you're like, see Alistar, I don't care about you. But then this happens. You hop over too many walls and you can't hop over anymore. he's having too much fun. He thinks he's playing Assassin's Creed, alright? Guys, he thinks he's playing Assassin's Creed. And he's like, I'm gonna hop over all the walls I can and do parkour. And then he's like, oh, hi, Lysandra. He's like, I don't care about you. And then he gets done and he's like, oh. And then he gives over 700 gold again. Talon's worth 600 gold. He's still worth 600 gold. Yikes. Like, that was 700 he gave up. Shut down. Alright, so now he goes back in. So, they end up winning the fight. They end up winning the fight, so now we're looking for Byron, right? Their bottom lane is dead. This is a 5v3. Like, if they try to stop Baron, they just die. Like, what happens if they go for Baron? They're just gonna lose that team fight. It doesn't matter if they have double Infernal, right? Like, it really doesn't matter. So, they're doing this. He knows this is gonna go down no matter what. So, he's just playing the zoning job, right? He's like, I'm just gonna zone people off. Right? Because, like, Elise could definitely steal it. Right? That's a potential. Alright, so he just goes for the kill Elise, right? There's the first target you want to kill. You know, if you want to make sure they don't steal it, you could just kill the jungler. Right, just kill the jungler and remove smite from the game for them. So now they can go back to dragon. Like they could definitely. Never mind. Actually, like this cat just got too low. This cat's too low now. They should have just all been on it and one person be on zone duty. But what ended up happening is like, you know, the Katarina kind of like was thinking like the Talon as well, like I'm gonna go zone it off. But then there's not enough DPS for the Baron. You know, and there's only 3 people on it. You know, and then somebody gets caught, big fight breaks out. You know, with the 2v3, so then the team's like, oh, I'm gonna come help. Right, and then everybody gets low. You know, and now bottom lane's back up, and it's like, now you can't even get it. So it's kind of unfortunate. It's not that his decision to like zone off the people was wrong. That's just that everybody kind of went off the Baron there. So now he goes bottom lane once again, catching the farm in mid game. Look at that, catching as much as he can. Alright, so going for this actually. So that was really good. This is pretty smart, I think, what he just did. So see, he did pick up he picked up a Edge of Night. I think this is kind of weird actually. Just because Talon really likes the movement speed of Emus. So I'm not sure, like, I think he just picked up the Edge of Night because he wants to just go in, right? He wants to dive into their top. They have no front line. Like, he wants to just go in and kill whoever he can get in range of. Like, their whole team is squishy. So he doesn't care who he goes on. So he grabs Edge of Night so he doesn't get stunned by like Elise right away. You know, or chunked out by somebody. Right? Like, he wants to make sure that he doesn't take the Lissandra R. Right? Because that's point and click. You can't even dodge that. Right? If there was another mid laner, he probably wouldn't be taking this. You know, because you can still avoid it. Like, you can avoid the cocoon, but you can't avoid the Lissandra R. So he pops his Edge of Night, and he does it out of vision, so she doesn't see this. Look at that damage. Crazy damage. Now she's out of lane. And he didn't even R. Like, that was just because he popped Edge of Night and she was so scared. So he's being a little... He doesn't want to go for turret here. Just because he doesn't know where anybody is, right? That could be coming for him. So just sitting in this bush, taking these... You know, waits for some people to show up on the map. So we see Jayce now. We see Lissandra up here. He's just waiting. He's waiting for some more people to show. So now he sees Alistar. And then there's Kai'Sa, right there. If you saw like a little flicker of Kai'Sa. So now we know where everybody is. So he might try to stay, and he might also recall. I think he might be just trying to stay. Wait for the Jayce to push this lane up and then kill him. Yeah, he's just gonna stay. Yep, easy kill. Alright. Not actually that easy. There's not actually that easy, but because Elise was there. That was my bad. He didn't know where Elise was, but he was confident. He was confident that he could kill the Jayce and get away. You know, even if the Elise does show up. You know, the thing is, what if he did that and like he didn't know where anybody else was? Like, what if it was just Jayce bottom lane? Right? You go for that, their whole team shows up. That'd be a really bad scenario. You know, with just Elise, you know, he's okay with that. He's okay with just Elise being there. He did end up having to burn Flash. So that kind of sucked. That kind of sucked for him. So this guy seems to be playing Talon, like a really heavy roaming and split pushing playstyle, which is good because that's what Talon should be played as. After all, this guy is Grandmaster with Talon. You know, he's obviously prone to mistakes, right? Like he's made a few mistakes in this game. You know, he's given over a lot of gold, actually. Like, I'd say about 2,000 gold. So again, goes back bottom lane. Look at that. Blocks the Q, right? Rip. I don't think he should have used the E there. Alright, he burned the flash. That's good. So he burns the Jayce flash. So next time he does this, Jayce just dies. Next time he does this, Jayce is flashless and he just dies. You know, and note he's also trying to match the Jayce, not the Lissandra. Right, Lissandra keeps going top lane. He'd much rather match the Jayce than Lissandra. You're not gonna... It's gonna be really hard to kill Lissandra. You know, just due to Aftershock and due to You know, due to the way Lissandra's kit works. You know, all the CC. That's gonna make it really difficult. Yeah. Kills him, he's isolated again. Yeah, once again, like, his team doesn't need him for Baron. Like, his time is better spent bottom lane here. Just farming up a wave. His team doesn't need him. Like, look at the vision they have. Like, look at all that vision. They can't steal it. Like, how can they steal that? There's no chance. As long as, like, one of them is just looking at the map, there's no chance. There's no chance for a steal. They have 3 control wards right there, and then 2 wards covering the paths that they would take. It's actually covering like all the possible paths. Like that's some exceptional vision right there. Like, let's just look at this beautiful vision. Like, we got a ward over here covering if they're gonna like use the blast cone. We got one over here if they're just gonna do the standard path, just run to Baron. Right, and we got one over here covering them if they're gonna do this, and it's even in a great spot. Like, this is so perfect. And then you got controller, and another controller. Like, this is high level solo queue, boys. Like, controller. You're never gonna see that. You're never gonna see that below the CeeLo. You're not gonna see something like that. It's so nice to like actually see. Alright, again, like, Jayce is just inting at this point. Like, he can't be matching the Talon. What he needs to do with this team, he needs to tell the Lissandra, like, tell Lissandra go bottom lane, so he can go top lane. Because he can't actually match him. There's no way. There's just no way he can match this guy. And he keeps going bottom lane too. It's not like he's mixing up his lanes that he's going to. He's went bottom lane 3 times in a row now to kill the Jayce, because Jayce just keeps going bottom lane. Like, the definition of insanity is literally doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. That's exactly what this Jayce is doing. He keeps going down bottom lane expecting not to die and then gets popped by the Talon over and over again. Like, he's probably really tilted. I'd be tilted as well. So he's okay pushing us because we see somebody up here. We see like 2-3 people here. You know, that just leaves one person. Once again, it doesn't matter who he hits. He can kill anybody on their team. 1v1. Oh, he missed the cannon. Rip. See, look at that. Like this doesn't matter. Like, what if his team dies here? So what? Like, they can't even get anything. Right? If the blue team fights this, right? Like, okay, they kill this guy, you know, they kill this guy. Like, what are they gonna get? Right? They're gonna get this wave. They're gonna get maybe this wave, right? But meanwhile, you're gonna be getting this turret. You're gonna be getting that inhibitor, right? If they choose to go for that, they have to like come stop you. But you're probably gonna get this turret anyways. Like, this doesn't matter. Like, people always bitch. Like, people always bitch that, like, oh, my teammates get caught when I'm split pushing. Like, dude, so what? Like, as long as they can't even get anything off of it, like, you don't have to worry about it. You know? They can't get anything here. Like, they're pushing mid lane down. You know, top lane's being pushed down. They can't, there's no objectives for them to possibly take. You know, and once again, the gold's being split up with them, right? It's being split up into the, like, whoever was showing up here. You know, whoever's gonna participate in this fight. You know, it's being split up, but all the gold you're getting, it's all going on to you. Right? It's all going on to the Talon. Which is great, because his teammates are monkeys. You know, he's the one carrying them. Alright, look at this. It's gonna be split up into Elise, Alistar, and the Lissandra. Like, nobody cares about gold on them. Who cares about gold on them? Right? Nobody cares. But people care if the gold is on Talon. For sure, people care. That's a big deal if all the gold is on Talon. Alright, so he does that. Like what's else they're gonna do? Like, hello? Like, hi, cow? Like, what do you want? Like, what are you gonna do? Right? Like, your Elise and your Lysandra are over here. Like, Kaisa could be over here somewhere. So he does have to be a little bit careful. You know? But, like look at that. He gets the turret. Like, he completely gets a turret. And once again, like, they fight up here, like, doesn't matter. Right? Either way, he gets a tower. Like, people that consistently play at low elo, like, people that boost, they'll always, like, split push. Like, they constantly split push all the time. And this is the reason why it's so consistent. Oh, that was weird. What the heck? Let's fast forward. Goes to clear this, no big deal. Alright. Just do a mountain drag. He's probably gonna go bottom again, yep. Look at that farm. His farm is nuts. That's because he keeps doing this. Keeps taking jungle farm too. Right? He's creating pressure in the side lane. He's telling the enemy team, like, hey, you have to come stop me or I'm gonna take all your objectives. Right? And they're not gonna get anything. They're gonna get kills maybe. So he finally decides to actually go group. Oh! He just murdered that Kaisa. That should have been illegal, man. I want to see this again. That should have been illegal. That damage should have been illegal. Alright. So, the Lysandra used the R, and I think that's why he went in. Also, something he's really disciplined in is using this Edge of Night. You can tell he probably uses it a lot. And he also popped his Yumus. That's something I forget as well, is I won't pop my Yumus when I go in like this. He's popping in every single time. Right, that gives him the extra movement speed. He pops his Jayce because Jayce is a free kill. And then just absolutely destroys the Kaisa with 2 abilities. Like, this is what you want to do in the team fights. You want to be going for the damage dealers. Right, in this case, he killed literally all of them. He literally just killed all 3 of them. Like, this is why this guy's Grandmaster. Like, he just killed their 80 carry, he just killed their Jayce, he just killed their Lysandra. Right, who's left? The Elise? Nobody cares. Who's left? The support? Nobody cares about this support. Like, this is just perfectly executed team fighting. He went in at the right time when the Lysandra uses R, and went on the right targets. And now they surrender. Like, absolutely nuts. Like, to recap, like, early game, right, he constantly pushes this out, like, he kills Jayce, pushes this out, goes mid lane, you know, and constantly trying to apply pressure wherever he can. I think if he was playing mid lane Talon, you know, he'd probably, like, he has 2 lanes to go to, right? If you're playing mid lane Talon, you can go bottom lane, you can also go top lane. But since he's just playing top lane, the only real thing he can do is, like, go in for some vision over here, right? Put down some vision, try to track their jungler, and go for mid lane. So that's basically all he did. You know, but he did that really well. Right? He was constantly going over here, using the vision plant as much as he can. Right? He would go around the map. He would go around here. He would just put on some pressure on mid lane. You know, even if it was just some damage. I mean, he would usually kill her. But that's besides the point. You know, he puts down vision, makes sure he's safe. Right, this vision's important for not only you but for everybody. Right, he puts down vision here, so we know Elise is not here, because we can see, right? You can see with the ward here. You can see with the ward here that he put down. Right, so we know she's over here. That's really good for this guy. This guy can play left centric, right? Bottom lane can play in the right pockets, right? They can play behind, right? And this Rek'Sai knows where he can go and where he's not going to get counter ganked. You know, and another thing is he's probably communicating that this Jayce has no flash. Like, it could be, like, because this is pretty high elo, like, this is Grandmasters. This Rek'Sai, like, he knows, right? He knows the flash is down. But, like, let's say he doesn't know the flash is down. You could tell your jungler, like, hey, this guy has no flash. I'm gonna pull the lane. And, like, we can try to kill this guy. You know, and it's a big deal to not it's a big deal for the laner to not have flash, because you can commit your flash, right? Knowing full well he's not gonna flash. You know, so he's done that. He's constantly put pressure, roaming everywhere he can, and then in the mid game, he would just basically keep going bottom lane. You know, he's keep trying to match the Jayce wherever the Jayce goes, right? The Jayce is kind of being like, I think this Jayce was like really tilted this game. I mean, I'd be tilted too. Like, it's kind of a rough game for the Jayce. Like, he died really early on and then just kind of got abused by the jungler. You know, but that's part of the game. And he would just keep going bottom lane. You know, so he kept going bottom lane. I bet you if Jayce went top lane, he would go top lane. Right? Because he doesn't want to match Lissandra in the mid game. You can't fight the Lissandra in the mid game. So that was just, it was pretty much everything he just did really, really well. Right? Everything that Talon is supposed to do, he does it pretty well. You know, he had a few mistakes where he gives up some shutdowns and stuff like that. But for the most part, what this guy's doing, killing his laner, right, pushing it out, looking to roam as much as he can. And he's pushing it out while he's doing that. He's making sure he's not going to lose that much farm when he does it. By pushing a big wave into the enemy tower. Right, he did that a few times. And then he would go mid lane. So, like, even if it goes bad, he doesn't lose that much. Right, it's a big deal if he doesn't push it out, and you got the Jayce sitting here, hitting this turret the entire time, right? Getting plate after plate after plate after plate. Like, the Jayce is just gonna get plates if you don't push it out. So it's a big deal. So that is the best. Best way to roam, really. Like, this is how this guy plays Talon: kill the laner, and like constantly look to push out and roam. You know, get vision in the jungle as much as you can. He's doing that a lot, and in the mid game he would just keep matching whoever he can kill. Right? If it was like some other top laner that he couldn't kill, he would just match the other guy that he can kill. Like, there's always somebody you can kill. Right? Pretty much always somebody you can kill. Alright, anybody on YouTube watching this, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more, please sub. You know, comment. I do coaching. I have over 700 hours of coaching experience. If you want to get in contact with me with coaching, just go to the description. It'll show you my Twitch. Go to the Discord, join my Discord, and DM me from there. Thank you everybody for watching. And we just gotta switch to cursor.